A man ate an exotic fruit for dessert. This is what happened to his brain. A 68-year-old man is in the intensive care unit, in a coma. Just hours ago, he was at home enjoying his dinner. Now he is fighting for his life. He presented to the emergency room with a case of violent, uncontrollable hiccups, which quickly spiraled into confusion, seizures, and total kidney failure. The medical team is racing to solve a mystery before it's too late. David was living with stable chronic kidney disease. He was a model patient. He took his medications, followed a strict diet, and because of his diligence, his condition was well managed. His motivation was simple: to live a long, healthy life in retirement. That afternoon, he'd visited a farmer's market and was intrigued by a beautiful yellow fruit with an unusual star shape. It was a carambola, or star fruit. Thinking it was a healthy, exotic treat, he bought one. That evening, after his carefully planned dinner, he sliced it up for dessert. The first sign something was wrong appeared just an hour later. A single, forceful hiccup. The hiccups didn't stop. They became more violent, coming one after another without pause. He began to feel nauseous and then started vomiting. His wife noticed he was becoming agitated and confused, unable to follow a simple conversation. The doctors at their local urgent care were puzzled. They thought it was perhaps a strange reaction to something he ate, or maybe just stress. They sent him home with medication for the nausea, but it got worse. Back at home, the confusion deepened into delirium. His wife called for an ambulance. While they were waiting, he collapsed in a grand mal seizure. That's when a simple case of hiccups became a life-threatening neurological emergency. The hospital team ran every test they could think of. They were looking for the cause of a dual system collapse, his brain and his kidneys. They ruled out a stroke, a brain tumor, and meningitis. Every logical explanation came back negative. The key test wasn't a scan or a blood draw, but a single question the doctor asked David's frantic wife. Tell me everything he consumed today, no matter how insignificant it seems. She tearfully recounted his normal, kidney-friendly diet. Then she paused, and for dessert, he tried that new fruit, the star fruit. That was the critical finding. In that moment, the entire clinical picture snapped into focus. The doctor knew the diagnosis. It wasn't a disease, it was a poisoning. The official diagnosis: starfruit or carambola, nephrotoxicity, and neurotoxicity. How can a simple fruit do this? Starfruit contains a powerful neurotoxin called caramboxin. To a person with healthy kidneys, it's harmless. The kidneys act like a sophisticated filtration system, identifying and removing the caramboxin from the blood. But David's kidneys were already compromised. His filtration system was weak. When he ate the starfruit, the caramboxin wasn't removed. It accumulated in his blood, reaching toxic concentrations. It then crossed the blood-brain barrier and began to interfere with his brain's neurotransmitter systems, specifically acting on glutamate receptors. This caused a state of severe hyperexcitability. This is what caused the uncontrollable hiccups, the confusion, and the seizures. His brain was being short-circuited by a poison his body couldn't clear. Knowing the cause, the team began the only effective treatment: emergency hemodialysis, using a machine to act as an artificial kidney and physically filter the carambilaxin from his blood. Over the next 48 hours, David was pulled back from the brink. The seizure stopped, and he slowly emerged from his coma. It seemed like a miraculous recovery, but the complication was yet to be discovered. While the dialysis had removed the toxin, it couldn't undo the damage already done. A follow-up renal scan revealed the twist. The starfruit also contained high levels of oxalates, which had crystallized in his kidneys, causing massive, irreversible physical damage. The initial acute poisoning had evolved into a permanent, more dangerous condition: his new diagnosis, end-stage renal disease. David survived the acute poisoning, but his life was changed forever. His stable, manageable chronic kidney disease was gone. In its place was a permanent dependence on a machine. He now requires hemodialysis 3 times a week for 4 hours a day for the rest of his life. His story is a chilling reminder that natural does not mean safe for everyone. What is a harmless fruit for one person can be a devastating poison for another, depending on their unique biology. His simple choice to try a new dessert resulted in a lifelong medical sentence. Thanks so much for watching. Take care of yourself and be well.